Wow. Oh goodness. It is Monday and I'm tired. So
I'm tired, I'm mad.
this is gonna be an interesting episode of Hellions of Carnocht. But welcome to Going Grin. We
Oh,
are a actual play D&D live show. That works, right? Yeah, that
Yeah.
yeah,
works.
you did it better than
That's
you usually
correct.
do. Like, you
I
got
know,
it like
right?
the first thing.
And as you are watching our show, we encourage you to use the theater of the mind, because I don't draw maps, especially when I'm tired. I do, however, draw NPCs, so you may see a few of those crop up. I am joined this evening, this afternoon, this whenever your time zone is,
It's
by
Mary time
my,
zone.
yes, merry time zone, by this lovely cast, who will now introduce themselves so I can get a 10-second nap.
I just put food in my mouth. Would someone else go first?
Zanthe,
Nick got
No,
you.
no, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. You should know better.
Okay. Okay, I'm
It's
good.
the opening. Come on, Pearson, wake up.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
My name's
Hello.
Emily. I play Zant. They're a changeling warlock sorcerer who is not currently eating food like I am right now. Um, uh, I'm an artist. You can follow me online at the at if you want to see my art. Um, what else? Oh, we're doing fun facts for this week. It's Freddie Mercury's birthday. What is
Yes.
it? Yes, birthday. So we are doing what Queen's song represents our D&D character the best. And so for Xanth, we went through a bunch of different songs because Xanth has about 3 or 4 at least that work for them very well. But we decided on Invisible Man for Xanth. Yeah, Ned, you go.
Okay. Hi, I'm Ned. I'm gay. I play Monty, who is our also gay druid slash rogue. I do enjoy the enjoy records. Monty is the most likely in the party to be told this and be like, really? Because that is 100% true. Um, and yes. So yeah, Monty is our half elf rogue druid. You can find me on the internet as at Ned Lazarus Wolf, most places. And the song for Monty this week is Somebody to Love.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guess
You
it's
know, the
me.
obvious one.
It's the most, yeah. I mean, I could have gone subtle, but I was like, Monty's not subtle. He's just an idiot.
It's true. Hi, I'm Danny. You can find me on Twitter at @BySlane. I play Yenna. She is a gnome-shaped tiefling. Uh, Wizard barbarian, because that's an appropriate choice. Anyways, we were debating on a couple, but I think Don't Stop Me Now ended up winning for her Queen song.
Hi everybody, I'm Dodger and I play Yulie, and I'm a halfling rogue wizard with a lot of anxiety. And for Yulie, I decided to go with Under Pressure.
Yeah.
The amount of control that it's taking to just actively not do Queen karaoke
I
right
know.
now is
It's-
so much.
I've had like my
It's like,
microphone
do you
Well,
muted.
let's name this really
I
good
have to let
song and then
everyone know
not
that-
say anything after.
Yeah,
Like-
and just not address it at all.
I do have to let everyone know that as we were discussing this earlier, it did turn into Queen karaoke, but our lag meant that we were all singing at like, we weren't singing together, it was singing at like different points, and it sounded so bad, and it was
Really
beautiful.
cute. No, it was good.
And I cannot wait to actually do Queen karaoke with these weirdos.
Oh, I
God,
would
please.
love that so much. And yes, hello. Continuing introductions. I'm Nick. At Nictorhorse / Nick Tattoos everywhere. and I am playing Tink, who is a high elf artificer cleric. He's a good boy and he's never done anything wrong. And yeah, Tink's queen song, I've decided, is Bicycle Race. It's beautiful and obnoxious, just like him.
It's the best way of explaining it.
Yeah.
Whenever I see somebody ride a bicycle, I get it stuck in my head. And living in the
Whenever I
city that I
ride my
live in,
bicycle, I get it stuck in my head.
I don't have a bicycle. If I did, then I would get it stuck in my head when I was doing that. But the city that I live in has a lot of like bike lane only, and I've been chatting with a lot of friends about how much they love riding their bicycles in the city. So it's like the hardest thing for me just not to go singing the song. I have a lot of feelings about Queen. All of them are good, mostly.
Do we have any announcements?
Oh yes, I'm gonna be at SPX, or the Small Press Expo, which is a independent comics show in Bethesda, Maryland, the weekend of September 17th and 18th. And if you want to buy weird comics from me or from other people, you should go if you're in the greater DC area. It is a lot of fun and is a great comic show. Yes. Also, I'm gay.
Nice. I didn't know that.
Neither
Good
did
new
I.
information to have.
I have an announcement that I've been announcing every week, so it's coming again. Bonding my comic with Walt Comics is coming out October 12th. I think October 11th in bookstores. At least that's what Matt keeps telling me, but I'm not entirely sure. Also, I forgot to mention, if you are a comics creator or creative person in general, or you write comic reviews, you can DM me or Matt, and we'll get you a proof copy to read.
Hit you up.
Hit you up.
I don't know,
Yeah.
man. Bribing the reviewers with free copies.
It's literally, I don't know how else they're gonna review it. Like, you don't have to like it, but we can still give it to you.
Tut tut. Does anybody else have any announcements?
Not
No.
yet.
Oh, resounding silence. Love that. I wanted to say sweet and cool at the same time, and what almost came out of my mouth was school.
Ah, which is
And
where
I-
we're
Could
be a
going.
word.
Which is where you're going. I feel like there is no need to roll a vibe check for this episode. Me right now, this is the vibe check.
It's a good vibe.
It's been a good vibe. Yeah, I feel like we rolled a spiritual nat 20 today.
Yeah.
I did not have my dice out. I had the wrong character's dice sitting in front of me.
Told you, this is just the vibe today. But before we dive right into this episode of Hellions, I would just like to take a moment and remind those watching at home that while we practice safe streaming, we encourage you to do the same. And if you come across anything in Hellions tonight or ever, please do not feel obligated to sit around for the scene. If you feel uncomfortable, please, we encourage you, take a moment away. If you would like to, you can bring that to our attention on our Discord, or you can just talk it over, or just talk to the really cool people who are in the Discord. It's great. It's fantastic and wonderful. I would also like to put up the warnings that Hellions is a mature stream. I swear a lot, and these guys like to talk about drugs. Oh, there might also be like some body horror and stuff that goes on. Not likely in this episode, but we'll see. Who knows? It's Hellions. Different things have been known to happen.
Great.
Yeah, wonderful. And instead of our traditional recap tonight, we have a loving poem written by a dear friend of the show.
Who wants to be the one to do it? Like,
I feel it doesn't matter because whoever's gonna do it is gonna start doing the notes. I'm gonna volunteer Nick.
I feel like Nick
Why?
is the most. It fits you the best. It
It
really
feels-
does.
Yeah, it feels the most comically correct to me.
Oh,
You're the most
putting me on
goth
the
is what they're
spot.
saying.
Okay.
You're also conveniently already there with the link to it, so
I did go to find it because I was like, we should at least link to it. So yes,
I
if
did
you're-
also.
Did you drop it as well?
In our tracker?
Ah, beautiful,
wonderful.
beautiful. Okay. So yes, for people watching live, it is in chat. But I wish I had the piano. But for folks listening to recording, this is from at Aaron Anglioni. I'm gonna hope that I said that right. On Twitter, ERENANGIOLINI, who is lovely and shouts at us a lot about Hellions things. So, all right. So the note for this recap is that it is to the tune of My Chemical Romance's Black Parade. Oh, you're making me so nervous. Okay.
Who is it who likes to do karaoke in this lineup?
I mean, usually there's a backing track or warnings
It's
or
usually also not
Hold on.
parody of
All
a
right.
D&D character.
do not give me. No, we're not doing this. I'm not putting on an actual backing track from MCR. We're going in. Okay.
Okay.
When I was a young girl, my Yenna flew me over the forest to see the marching snakes. She said, Yulie, please look down. Would you be the savior of my gnome tale? Pour oil on the mermaid. She said, we must defeat them, the fish folk, then head into the cavern before the boys are dead. There were some blue lights in the lake and people, they're headed to shore now. Let's join the snake parade. And then we opened up a little dimension door and put the snakes in Monty's room, and Monty got taken back to the dorms, and that's it. That's where we're at. That's the recap.
That was
Can
amazing.
we
You crushed
can we
that.
get some beautiful? Can we get some applause for that wonderful
Seriously.
acapella?
Yes.
I might go and
Like-
take it.
Yeah, Discord doesn't like it, but
Inspiration to Tink for the song.
Yeah, I am
Yes.
100% here to do it. Inspiration for Tink.
No, it was
No,
Oh no!
no,
Yes,
Blanca.
it's actually been done.
yes,
Sick.
it's been done. It's been done. I'll pop it up there. Thank
just
you,
cast
thank
all
you.
the inspiration on us as people.
Nick, IRL bod.
Yes.
It's a fact. I'm a Barg rogue multi-class IRL, and I accept this.
Does that make you a brogue?
No, why would you say that?
All right, so it's been really fun talking about playing D&D with you guys today. But I'm gonna.
Good talk, guys.
Yeah,
That's
good
it.
talk.
That's
good
all
talk.
we wanted to stream for.
Yes,
Just to
I
do
won
the
D&D.
Blackberry stuff.
I won D&D. All right, cool. After that wonderful recap, there was indeed a snake parade.
My greatest contribution to Hellions.
But unfortunately, a snake parade wasn't the only thing that happened last week. As the Snake Parade came to the caverns, Monty made some decisions that were a little bit out of left field, leaving the majority of the Hellions angry and mal-tempered towards their friend, while genuinely concerned for his well-being. Taken aside by Lawrence, who had seen the entire thing come to pass, Monty was marched dutifully back to the dorms. Left alone, minus one member, the rest of the Hellions decided what to do with the snakes, and therefore threw them into Monty's interdimensional out-of-time room, and just were gonna hope that things would be okay and that maybe the other animals in there would survive. We pick up this episode of Hellions of Carnocht. In the dark of night, as you stand on the edge of the cliff leading down to the lake, and you have just heard the sounds of someone pulling themselves up. Very annoying. What are you all doing?
Can I clarify really quick? Did Lawrence say he was coming back to us after he talked to Monty, or
He did not. He
okay?
specified that he was taking Monty back to the dorms
So,
and
so
gave
it's cool if we
no
just
idea what he was doing
leave.
afterwards.
Basically,
It's
he's not-
absolutely cool if we just leave.
Okay, cool.
Which is 100% Tink's vote, by the way.
I feel like the same, to be honest.
Yeah, Yenna's out.
We're
like-
we're looking down at like the cavern. Is that where the sputtering of like a person pulling them up on shore has come from, or is that like closer by somewhere?
It's coming from much closer by, directly down.
Like, if I just gave a little peek over the cliff, could I guys just see who's down there? Because my boy is curious to a fault.
I won't even make you roll for it. But would you like to do it stealthily, or would you like to be very plain about it?
Oh, I would definitely like to do it stealthily.
Then roll me a stealth, friend.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. That's an 18.
Hey.
Yeah, not mad at it.
So you peer over the edge of the cliff, and first off, all that you see are the rocks leading down to the caverns that you're so familiar with. But very quickly it becomes clear that there is a somewhat familiar form essentially draped over a rock, just hacking up a lung of lake water at this point, with what appears to be weeds on top of his head. You see Brick.
Cool. Yeah, I really just wanted to make sure. Tink'll file that away for later. No need to help that fucker. He's gonna turn around and be like, I think I'm gonna head back to the dorms and possibly try to intersect Belial on his way here.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we should all go together, unless you guys have anywhere else you need to go.
No, I kind of wanted to head back and talk to Monty, actually.
Well, if I mean, a lot's happened. Maybe we should all stick together, even if we break up once we're safe. You know?
Yeah, at least
Yeah.
just back to the dorms, maybe.
Yeah.
I think that's a good call. It's been a long night.
Yeah, a lot has happened in a very short amount of time.
As you all make your way back towards the dorms, along the edge of the lake,
Tink will also just like into the sending stone be like, "We're heading back. we're heading." Just like let Belial know not to just like wander into the forest. Like, I'll meet you back at the dorms. It's fine.
Okay, you know the message is sent, but you do not receive any immediate reply.
Okay.
As you head back
Winces at the
towards
camera.
dorms,
Yeah,
I
same.
know.
Ooh. Left on red.
it's almost strange how inviting it is to walk back onto the campus with how well lit it has been kept, this loop. It's yet another way that this timeline that you have found yourselves in now is so different from the ones that have come before it. It feels almost safe as you walk back to the dormitories of Attica's house. And you note that lingering around the school are several people in security uniforms, along with a strong military presence at this point. How they got there, you don't know, because Cal was last seen at the ball, and none of the professors were anywhere by the time that you guys were looking.
Yeah, and we still haven't heard from Balthazar either.
Nope.
That is correct. You have not heard anything from Balthazar at this point.
Okay.
But it's very easy and almost quick to make your way back to the common room that is something of a strange home in this loop.
Hmm.
You find at least 2 students passed out on the floor with somebody's coat thrown over them.
Yep.
They do not belong in Attica's house. You don't know who they are. They are just here.
There's the coat
Um,
Lawrence's.
The coat is distinctly military and probably belongs to Hans.
Mm.
Hans, who is in the kitchen, where the light is on and he is still drinking.
Hans, what the? Come on, dude.
He's immune to poison.
Yeah,
No,
that's
he needs to take his whole head out of his whole ass. So much shit is going on.
Maybe that's why he's drinking.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Do you say that out loud?
No, of course not.
Really.
I mean, Tink might like just stick a head in and be like, we should probably you should probably get some rest.
This is to Hans in the kitchen.
Yeah.
You see Hans kind of swirls around the bottle in his hand and takes a very long gulp. And they look at you. Your brother is fine, by the way. Absolutely fine.
Where was he? Where is he?
Oh, see, one can assume that you didn't really care. So,
It didn't really. What do you mean didn't really care? I was taking care of fucking basilisks, okay?
indeed. Well, he chugs back a couple more gulps and they kind of set the bottle on the counter. Then perhaps I should give you a word of warning, but the general isn't very impressed by the course the night has taken. He is in a bad mood. Perhaps you would do well to avoid him for the next few days.
Tink looks visibly like not like just pissed. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. He's in a bad mood. Where the fuck is he?
Last I saw him, he was still clearing up in the ballroom, the Great Hall.
Fine. You know, he can be fucking pissed. Tink just like leaves the kitchen, just like muttering to himself, like, fucking pissed. Take care of Basilisk. Fucking organize the students to heal and shit. And this is the fucking
Xanther's
things
gonna
I get.
try to-
Like,
Hans kind of leans out the kitchen and goes, "Just don't be surprised if he turns up here at a stupid hour in the morning. I am not getting up for him. I'm done. I am off duty." And he
Oh.
turns back into the kitchen.
Oh,
Is
if he
there
wants to come start a fucking argument, he can come start a fucking argument. That's fine.
Is there
Xanthe
any
does
reason-
stealth for
Gold
himself
petals
with
and their
drink.
tempers. It never ceases to amaze me, the sheer gall and attitude that your family carries.
Is there any reason why the rest of us could not have heard exactly what Paul had said, basically, to Tink?
Yeah, did we hear that
Oh
exchange?
no,
Oh,
the kitchen is
absolutely.
very open. You can absolutely hear this.
Yeah,
Tink
Yenna's
like put his head inside. He like barely even went in the room. So like,
Yeah.
I just want to make sure because Yenna is now pissed at on. Is he like, excuse me? Fuck you. What were you even doing? Is he impressed with you?
Would you like to see the fucking bump on my head that I got from those stupid invaders?
Wow, you got
It's
taken
not
out by
pleasant.
some street bandits? Oh my god. I'm super impressed with our military. Yike.
Xanthe's
You,
gonna
you see
try
Hans's
to-
face just kind of shuts down and looks incredibly unimpressed with Yenna in turn, and is like, roll insight.
Sure. Not good. It's a 3.
Wonderful, wonderful. Nothing at all is wrong. Nothing is gonna go wrong. Everything is beautiful.
What's he gonna do? Get bumped in the head again? Like...
Yeah, what's he gonna do? Yell at her?
So much sass.
instant sass.
Take, how dare.
Yulie will, I think, once things seem like they're escalating a little bit, Yulie will step forward for a sec and be like, "Well, look, we were there. We were there when all of this stuff happened. We were involved. We were trying to take care of it. There was no one there to help us at the time, so it makes sense that we're kind of frustrated because we were trying to figure out where Cal was, where Balthazar was, where everyone was that should have been taking care of this situation. Okay, so like we did our best, all right, and we were literally trying to deal with things until right now. So can we just be civil with each other, please? Because we
Well,
don't know their situation either."
you can quite rightly know that Balthazar and several of the other professors and several of my friends are in the infirmary.
What happened?
Poison. I am
Poison?
the only one who was not affected. And he grabs the bottle again and starts choking it.
Wait, what kind of poison? That's not what we heard at all.
Oh, indeed. And from what I have heard from witnesses, what you know should have happened is what precisely.
What I do not understand. What do you mean?
You were seen talking quite friendly to several of the people there. You gave a command to the leader and he left. You had a fair conversation with that woman before something happened.
Xanth just kind of looks down and doesn't really respond to that.
So perhaps you would like to tell me precisely why Fury is in the infirmary right now.
I don't know why Fury's in the infirmary right now.
With poison, the same thing or something different?
Exactly the same thing. Everybody who was part of the military unit here was hit. Apparently, they didn't know enough to adjust their plan for my resistances.
And you think Xanth had something to do with this? Is that why?
Think Zanthe had something to do with it? Considering half of the people that I have had as witness statements, he kind of throws down one of their notepads with several witness statements written bold as day on the parchment. Several people described seeing him talking to these interlopers.
Okay, and what does that? But we What does that prove exactly? We study magic. There are so many spells that we've learned literally here while we're at the school that could help us in that situation, and we utilized them. We did exactly what we were meant to do in the moment.
I am sure that you did, and yet I would like to know why. In particular, the person described as a leader of these reprobates was also described as bearing a strong resemblance to you when you have not got this face on. And Hans motions to your changeling self.
Yeah. I mean, Xantha's just looking down and not really sure what to say at like this point right now.
Yenna
I feel
is gonna put herself between Hans and Zanthe and be like, "Are you interrogating us?"
someone needs to.
Are we
And
being detained?
you are not being detained, but it is only by the grace of Gallion and myself. The principal indeed wants to send you down to the guard.
Hmm. Okay.
The general has put himself on the line with vouching for you.
And I appreciate that from
For who? Who
the
is
general.
it for us or for me?
For you, for all of you by extension.
Okay. Well, we'll deal
Perhaps,
with Cal. He's gonna be here in the morning, you said, right?
if he doesn't get here in the early hours, man doesn't know the meaning of a boundary.
Okay.
Things
Maybe
the brothers have in
so.
common.
Maybe you should go be with Fury.
There's no point, she's not awake yet. He's slowly picking the label off of the bottle that he's got.
Is it bleach or alcohol?
Yeah, I was like, is he drinking?
Tink has also like fully stormed off in the like direction of the dorms. Like
Also,
he's
just
not
for-
present right now.
Just for anyone watching, he's immune to poison. He's not just killing
Yes,
himself.
he is
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
fully immune to poison. He finds bleach spicy. We've tried to take many cleaning products away from him. This is normal behavior for Private Hans.
Normal behavior.
Please do not do anything that Private Hans does
No.
in
Do
the
not
safety of your own
drink bleach,
home.
please.
We do not condone
No.
ingesting known poisons.
Yes.
Anybody who would like
I'm
to
going
roll
now,
perception to see if it's alcohol or bleach.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
I really want you to draw Hans doing the Tide Pod challenge.
Oh
Oh man, I don't know if we need that promotion.
no.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh,
Xanthe
That
actually
stays on the
got. You
Discord.
said perception, or
Perception.
Xanthe actually got a 17, which is really good for them.
12. Yenna.
12 for Yenna, and what did Zanthe get?
17.
17. Since you both got over a 10, it is actually just straight vodka at this point.
Yenna's gonna look at the bottle, look at Hans, and be like, okay. You know what? We'll talk to the general. You look like you need a night off.
Finally, somebody understands. And he takes the bottle and he is going to storm to their room.
Maybe they shouldn't be by themselves, just drinking vodka straight from the.
It's poison resistance. They'll be fine.
I know, but this is more of a mental health thing at this point. Like,
Sure, but I don't think that they really want to be around any of us necessarily. So
Yeah, no, they. No offense, Sam. But I think they think you are responsible in a way that is probably going to make them problematic.
but we can prove that that's not the case, right?
No, probably not.
Yeah.
It is at this point that Lawrence leaves Monty's room, almost bangs straight into Tink, and profusely starts apologizing. Do excuse me, I'm... Monty is safely ensconced within his room. I'm taking a fair exit. I hope that you all manage to settle.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to say thank you. You didn't have to.
Yeah.
Um, thank you. I'm gonna talk to him. If you think it, wise.
If you do intend to talk to him, I indeed believe that it would be wise. I also think that this might come across better coming from friends rather than a man that he's only known for a couple of nights. And Lawrence is going to extend a card for any one of you to take.
I mean, Tink will
It's
take it.
the
Yeah.
It is the details of a mind healer that I am well acquainted with in the city.
Right. Thank you for everything. You deserved to have a nice night.
Thank you. Perhaps we can some other time. It has been... I wish I could say it has been lovely to get acquainted with you. However, it rather has not. So perhaps I shall simply wish that next we meet it shall be under better circumstances.
I think that's appropriate.
Indeed. And Lawrence will march from the dormitory to head back to the city.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I don't think we have to bother this man anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leave him alone.
Poor guy.
Oh, this poor man. Yeah, after he... Tingle kind of, like, awkwardly wait in front of Monty's door until he hears that, like, Lawrence has, like, left, before he knocks.
Monty, on the other side of the door, you hear the gentle knock. You have been left by Lawrence, well tucked in. There is a blanket draped about your shoulders, and a cup of bracing tea in your hands that may or may not have had a dash of whiskey hidden in it. And you've had a very stern talking to, leaving no uncertain terms that Lawrence will not be coming around again. Will you answer Tink?
Monty's... What?
Can I... Is it alright if I come in for a sec?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
Tink will, like, slowly open the door. He is not great at this kind of stuff either, so he's just like, haha. But yeah, he will slowly open the door and, like, seeing kind of the scene, reading the room a little bit, will just sit next to the bed. Probably, like, not really facing Monty at first, because he's, like, not entirely sure how this is gonna go. And it's probably silent for a little too long, before he just kind of starts with, you can't just do that. you can't just
Just do.
put yourself on the line and expect that that it's okay or that we don't care or
But if, why would you care?
Monty,
None of you, no one actually likes me.
that's not true. We were all together before we got stuck together. I know it. We're all we have, Monty. Us together. And if one of us dies, if one of us has a death wish, and he kind of like looks over his shoulder a little bit to pointedly like flash him a look. We're not going to be able to get very far, but none of us would want to keep going if we weren't all together.
And with that, just sobs, quiet sobs, just rack through Monty's body, and the blanket that he's in, is completely tucked underneath, just starts shaking, and I didn't think anyone actually. I didn't think you cared about me. I didn't think anyone cared about me. And I I was just trying to help. I don't. That's the only thing I know how to do is just put others before me. It doesn't actually matter what happens to me. It don't matter.
No, it does. It does matter. You're doing this because you don't want any of us to get hurt. And we Monty, when we yell or when we say that we don't want you to do something, it's because we're scared and we're worried about you. And first the basilisks, and then you tried to jump in the lake, and it.
What's the worst part about trying to jump in the lake? I don't know how to swim.
And Tink just kind of like, he almost laughs, like, because it's so just beyond him. He's like, this is what I'm talking about. We're all trying our best. And we've all got a lot going on. We have to help each other, and you have to let us help as well.
How to?
What was that? Sorry.
I don't know how to. I don't know how to let you help. I don't know how to ask for help. I don't know how to. I don't understand why anyone would want to help me. You all are the first peers I've had, and I didn't really do a good job of first impressions, and everyone who I thought has ever loved me has left me. my brothers are gone. My sister's gone. My my mother's gone.
Well,
And
if it's any consolation, I mean, we couldn't go anywhere if we tried. He tries to like lighten the mood a little bit.
yeah, I guess like I guess they're always we're we're stuck together.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't mind. But listen, we don't have to figure everything out right now. Just we're all scared, Monty. You're allowed to be scared. Just tell us. We can't help if you don't let us.
I, think I I fucked up, and I really like him. I really like Lawrence, and he's just left, and I know it's for the best, and it's it's not it's not fair to him, just with what I'm. It's not fair for him to have someone who falls for him and tries to who who has to fall in love with him over and over and over again, and he doesn't remember. And it's, it's for the it's I know it was for the best. He doesn't deserve someone with a death wish.
And you'll honestly probably get another shot. I wish I could say I thought we were just gonna like fix things this time around, and I would love to, but you know things haven't been going great so far. So he I think gets up and like sits on the bed and kind of offers Monty a hug for lack of a better like posture.
Yeah, Monty has by this point finished his mug of tea and just like fully just leans into Tink, um, and just wants the hug.
Yeah, and Tank will just hug him and go like, "You sound a lot like I did when I got here. I'll be honest." But you have friends. I didn't really, and I turned out, I mean, relatively okay, probably. Uh, but we're gonna get through this.
Tink, I can't picture you without at least having you. You have charisma.
He fully
People,
just snorts at that. Just like, yeah, we could call it that.
I mean, mm, you, yeah. I I'm sorry I scared you all. I'm sorry I thank you for stopping me from jumping in the lake. I just saw that there were people in trouble, and immediately all I could think of was that I could help them, and it's very incredibly foolish. I can't swim.
No, I'm glad.
Mm.
I'm glad. So, I think I need to go yell at my brother. So, let's talk in the morning. Get some rest, and remind me tomorrow. Balthazar made us all sanctuaries. I still have the key to yours, but I have to show you how to use it. We put the basilisks in there. They should be
They're
fine.
safe.
They're safe. You were right. They didn't want to hurt us.
You did you did a better job helping them than I could have.
To be fair, you didn't know because you never gave us the chance to tell you.
And Monty's just at this point just moved away from lying from like leaning against Tink into a hug to being fully curled up in fetal position on top of his blankets, and is clutching his pillow as though it were like a stuffed animal. I was like, oh, okay. Thank you, Tink.
Yeah, you're welcome. And he's going to like extremely awkwardly like get himself up and be like, "Oh, should I stay? No, I said I was gonna go. I should go." Like Monty's not seeing this, but it's just like a very like that little dance of like how do you leave a room when someone is having a bad time, but like everyone's gonna have a real bad time if Cal fucking bursts in here and just starts screaming at everyone. Okay, yeah, no, I'm gonna go. And eventually just like slips out the door and shuts it very quietly behind him. To which I assume he is faced with like the other three like falling into the door, having been listening to everything.
I actually
For sure
don't
is
think
like
so.
standing right there.
I don't think Zanthe actually would have listened in this time.
Oh,
I don't know if
did.
Yulie would have listened either, but Yulie would have been like pacing around, like hoping that Monty's okay.
So only Yenna falls in, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, probably just like falls a little bit, and then like Tink kind of slips out and like catches her with the door pretty much, and like puts it back.
Like, hello.
Hey, yeah. I'm gonna. I'm gonna go find my brother before he finds me. I think is probably the best way to do things. Monty
What about
is.
Monty?
I mean, I think it would be good if you were in there tonight with him.
Okay.
Feels bad.
Okay.
I think he gets it.
Muffled sobs coming from the
I
from the door. He's got his pillow in his mouth, trying to keep from making too much noise.
I mean, I definitely will, but I also need to make sure that Hex is alive right now, too. So, is that something one of you wants to?
I mean, if you want to come with me to the Great Hall, you can.
Actually,
Actually, no. Tink does not know the second half of the conversation. So he's like, I mean, I'm going to the Great Hall. Like, you can come, not knowing that Xanthe's basically like a suspect in all the shit that went down.
Um, he kind of looks like at Yulie and Yenna for help a little bit, like.
Maybe you should stay here,
Yeah.
at least until we hear what what
Can you?
Cal's vibe
Well,
is.
I mean, we're you know, we're small, we're sneaky. We can maybe find out some things if you know you want to stay, and then we've got the rocks. We can tell you if we find. Um, I think I remember who Hex is. Thanks.
I don't know. That's up to you.
I mean, I'll keep an eye out. You could go to her dorm and see
Okay.
if Jinx has heard from her. If you
Yulie, roll history.
Okay.
Tink
Is
gives
Monty gonna
Zanthe
be
look like, if you want to go deal with Jinx, that is up to you.
absolutely deal with Jinx. Is Monty going to be okay if I go do that for a little bit?
I had the wrong character sheet open and I
Oh,
nat
no.
20'd on it. Now I'm
Oh,
depressed. Let's
no.
try that again.
You
Okay,
can
still
keep
not
the
bad.
roll.
An 18.
Yeah, that's still not bad. Yes, you remember Hex.
Okay.
Specifically as the tiefling that was just making everything low.
Right.
And Tink gives like Xanthe a look when he asks about, like, is Monty gonna be okay in there? Well, like, if I do that, that's kind of like a big shrug, like a probably okay. But
Like Tink, she didn't really survive last loop, so I'm not really thrilled about not knowing if she's okay right now.
Listen, I know, and I get it, and I'll keep an eye out. I just there's a lot of damage to control right now, and I don't know what the best thing to do is.
Well, let's take stock right now, right? Monty emotionally potentially needs our support. You need to go find Cal. I think that's pretty, needs to happen like now-ish. Hex, we don't really know what's going on, but we do know based on the conversation we just had that Xanth maybe shouldn't be out and about just in case this isn't, you know, kind of like grasps for words.
Yeah, I know, but I don't really want
Sans,
to.
roll me perception.
Okay. Oh, come on. Oh, how important is this roll? I might burn. Did I burn all my luckies?
You might
Let me
have.
check.
You have an Oh, that Monty has an inspiration. Sorry.
I have an
Ignore
inspiration.
me.
Monty
Yeah.
just got an inspiration.
Yeah.
And just as a reminder, Yulie does have a nat 20 from last session.
Oh, nice.
Oh my gosh.
Store it up.
I have nothing myself, so
Yeah,
I
you
got a
have
5.
nothing. You have nothing, so you just have to struggle. You got a
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
Oh, well, can I ask what a lot has happened. What time is it?
Late.
It's like
It
early
is.
morning, right?
It's early morning. Yeah, you're looking at it being at least 2 a.m. at this point.
Tink is just very aware that his brother, much like he would, will come barging in here at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Like, and make it everyone's problem. So he's like, I'm gonna go to a place where that is not disruptive.
Okay, well, can one of you guys go look for her if I shouldn't leave Monty alone right now? Because I don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can go. Right? Looks at
Yeah.
Yenna.
I have to go find Hyunwoo anyways.
Yes, we can do both. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Thank you. Can you check her dorm? And then he also picks up Cheese and just hands Cheese straight out to whoever will take him. This
Cheese
is
is, I think, our size.
Yeah, like that's like us picking up a Saint Bernard in real life.
I love it.
I can see through him, so I can just check on.
Oh,
Oh,
um,
okay.
okay. Hi, Cheese. Would you like to come with us? Pat's dog.
You just have a very, very happy corgi in your arms right now.
Oh, I'm not.
Or like,
I would not have tried to
Yeah.
pick that up.
oh, okay, I was gonna say like he's a bit big to do that with for you guys, but if you wanted
No,
to try, you
I think
could.
I think Yulie is basically like, I won't hold the dog, but will the dog follow? Question mark. Pat's dog.
Yeah. Yenna's like, I could ride that.
In
Please, please ride my
in
dog.
patting Cheese, Cheese just immediately gives you the happiest face that has ever been on a dog, like tongue lolling out, big doggy smile, promptly rolls over and shows the belly.
Aww.
Very cute. Rubs belly.
Baby.
Yeah, he's a good choice, good friend. Thank you. Seriously.
Okay.
Yeah, of
So-
course.
Keep an eye out for your girlfriend. Do you want us to tell her anything?
She's not really my girlfriend, but
Uh-huh.
just tell her.
Mm-hmm.
Sam just gives her a look like. Just.
I mean, good choice.
She's very cute.
Yeah,
I
she's
know.
really cute.
She's not my girlfriend though, so don't say that she's my girlfriend in front of her, please. I
Oh,
don't.
okay. Oh, right. Okay.
Oh, is it a one-sided thing?
Probably. Like,
Okay. I can respect that.
okay. Just tell her that I had to leave and I just wanted to make sure that she was okay and that uh I'll come see her later, maybe?
Okay.
Okay, cool. You guys are really cute together, by the way. And Sif just starts backing up towards the stairs.
Yulie turns bright red.
Yenna is turning purple.
Thanks.
Totally your girl. Shut up. Walks away.
Say
Oh,
that.
okay. Yes. All right. Okay. Let's go.
Before we run out of the dorms, Tink is going to stick his head in the room and see if Hyunwoo's there.
There is a lump in the bed that belongs to Hyunwoo.
I mean, he's gonna look. He's gonna shake, presumably Hyunwoo, a little bit.
Hyunwoo immediately screams and jolts upright in bed.
Oh my god.
And just like maybe tries to slap you a bit, but does not would not land anything.
Yenna's like, I know that scream. Going down the hall.
Yeah. Yeah, Tink's gonna be like, okay, no, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. I wanted to make sure that you were okay. And I guess maybe the answer is like, not really, but like, that's fine.
That's fine.
You don't just wake somebody up suddenly, like you ease them into it, you don't maybe a yell, maybe a name.
I didn't, it wasn't, Tink's like, I
We
didn't like
need-
shake
we have
you. Like,
We have to establish boundaries if we're gonna be sharing a room.
yeah, no, that's okay, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure
A
that
lot
things went
happened
okay.
tonight.
I know a lot happened today.
Things are
and
not okay.
Did
Yenna,
anything else happen after I left?
He lets out a slow wheezing sound like a balloon deflating and is just visibly curling in on himself. I mean, some people in uniform showed up, so I booked it out of there pretty quick. They did not seem pleased.
Yeah, I think I'm about to go talk to those people. That's that's fine. And he's just like
Are
at his
Yenna
desk, like
and
scribbling a
Yulie
little note.
okay?
Yeah, everyone is. Yenna and Yulie are okay. uh, yeah, no. Get back to sleep. We've just got a couple things to wrap up.
You see he nods like several times, but before you even finish your sentence, he's just under the covers again, fast asleep.
Okay, well, that's good. And I think he just kind of leaves like a little note on his door, not really wanting to tell Belial like, hey, I'm gonna go talk to my brother. He'll let the note say that if Belial tries to come find him.
Okay.
Since he didn't get an answer and it is late, and he doesn't want to just abuse sending stone privileges.
Good to know.
And we'll meet up with. I presume we're all going to be walking in the same direction for a while. Meet up with Yenna and Yulie and make our way back to the Great Hall.
Oh, if you're all headed towards the Great Hall, then yes, you will be walking together for quite a while.
We could unravel this later, but Zanthe will go up to Monty's. I guess his room too. So
Yeah, it is
His whole
Xanthe's
room.
room. It is arguably more Xanthe's room than it is
Yeah.
usually Monty's room. So
Yeah.
As you're all walking towards the Great Hall, Yulie, Yenna, if you are keeping an eye out for Hex, I would like you to roll perception.
Got it. Let's go, peepers.
I will also be looking out for Hex. Tink isn't like that
12?
one track mind.
Yenna doesn't see shit. She is distracted. She got a hot 6.
I mean,
Ooh, a hot
Yulie
6.
is very pretty in the amount of like fairy lights that are strung up and the way that the campus is lit. What did you get, Tink?
19.
Oh, hell yeah. There we go.
I can see over you two and I'm not blinded by love in
Yulie,
this instant.
Yulie and Yenna distracted by each other. Tink actually looking for Hex.
Well, Yulie, you do start to see mysterious splotches of glowing paint appearing on certain buildings and
Great.
door handles. Tink, you see the graffiti.
Does it seem pretty Hex standard? Does it like it's not like health?
Oh,
It's like
yeah, it's like a bunch of little goblins drawn on one building that are just glowing. On another building, there's just like "Hell yeah" written out with like little demon horns and a tiefling tail, and like apparently just got bored and drew a bunch of dicks on another building. Like it's very Hex graffiti.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love my fucking graph paper tiefling girlfriend.
Not your girlfriend, you said.
Yeah, not your
I know.
girlfriend. Yeah, as like they're walking around, Tink will probably like mutter to himself like, I think she got over it. Like, I think she's fine.
Amazing.
Yeah, if you guys don't see her, you might want to just head back to the dorm. The speakeasy might still be open, actually. I never did get the password.
You never did get the password, that is correct.
Tink will very nonchalantly, as they're walking, kind of look at Yulie and be like, and Yenna, and be like, you guys know where the speakeasy is, right? Like, that's like a thing.
Do we know where the speakeasy is?
I know that Yenna would because she's a fucking nerd.
Roll history, the both of you, to see if you know where the speakeasy is from
Okay.
your first
Yeah.
loops.
She's not friends with enough people
A
to be
7.
invited.
Oh god.
A 3.
Yulie, you know that a speakeasy exists. You do not know where it is. Yenna,
Okay.
what the fuck is a speakeasy?
It's 10 total, but I don't think that's very good.
Okay.
It's not the sort of thing that is particularly common outside of places that have had prohibition. So
I
you do not
mean, sorry.
you do not know.
I know that there is one. I've never been able to figure out where it is. Oh, I mean, I haven't like super focused on trying to figure out what. Are you
Okay.
saying? Do you want us to go there or
Well, I mean, if anyone has gone anywhere to like keep partying as or it's a decision that would be, but like he gives a shrug like we're in college. They'd be at the speakeasy and Hex's sister runs it, and Hex would have probably at least swung by. Like Jinx probably knows something.
I would like you all to roll perception again for me.
Okay.
In
Some of you guys
which
have
I
to
will
do
use
one
my-
thing for me.
Oh, thank God! I'm using my
Me.
inspiration. So that's an 11.
Wonderful. Yulie,
Yes.
what did you roll?
Oh, a nat 20, so 21.
Oh, nice. Wonderful.
You're
And
right.
another
And
6.
okay, all right. Yulie, you can hear the faint strains of really upbeat music coming from the direction of one of the dorms. As you are saying, I've never really tried to find it, and you hear this music start, and it suddenly makes sense.
Wait, what's that? Points points in the direction of the music.
Would I be able to identify that is indeed the direction of the speakeasy?
Oh yeah, it's 100% coming from the direction of the speakeasy.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it sounds like people are there.
In fact, as you're discussing this, you hear the shattering of glass, several whoops go up, and watch somebody drunkenly stumble out of a window
Oh,
Looks at
into
Yenna.
a bush.
I think Tink will like very nonchalantly pass Yulie like a cigarette box that, if opened, does have like a few joints and like just like straight up like one of his little like tincture like bottles in it as well. It's like if anyone gives you trouble, tell them I sent you around, and I assume I am was still kind of doing the same thing I was doing before. So, these are drugs.
Okay,
I'll just like hand them
right.
to you.
why are you giving her the
Making
drugs? What about me?
accomplices.
Well, I mean, you can figure out who would be the best to. We're just walking next to each other.
Slowly hands the drugs to Yenna. Would you prefer to have? Do you want them?
Yenna is looking at them and is just like, yes. And just
Okay.
takes them,
Yeah.
Yeah,
making direct eye contact with Tink.
What do you?
She's just smiling now.
Okay, sure, that's fine, sure. They're not for you. They are for if you need information or if Jinx gives you a hard time. I brought them earlier because I thought I might need them. Didn't. Things went surprisingly well. Zanthe was supposed to bring Hex back.
Hey. Oh, okay, I see. So maybe don't make it clear that we're looking for Hex, because that will immediately signal that Hex is missing.
But like, yeah. Like, if you don't see Hex, I mean, at least the invisibility is worn off by now. Unless
Right.
she's made herself invisible again, which, I mean, she can do that, I'm pretty sure. So, have fun! Have fun! I will keep an eye out at the Great Hall, but I think you guys might want to try, I mean, for home turf.
Okay. Yenna is still puzzling over what the fuck is a speakeasy. It's like, that is an idiom that does not translate well for her.
I mean, she wants to ask what it is. We can have that very quick conversation.
I don't know if she would do it in front of Tink, though. She doesn't want to look stupid in front of Tink.
That's so funny. Oh my god, I love our idiots.
No.
Yeah, or he'll also be like, or if you want to start at the Great Hall, you can start at the Great Hall. I thought
I mean, I already know where my idiot is, so good luck with yours? Question mark? I don't know.
Oh, I have no idea where my idiot is. I'm looking for my brother.
Oh, interesting priorities. Good luck with that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, thanks.
Are you
Okay. Well,
splitting
let's.
ways?
Yeah, I think so.
Wonderful. Yenna, Yulie, are you guys heading off towards the speakeasy?
I think so. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Fantastic. Roll me perception.
Boy.
Okay.
Those have been going so well for me tonight.
15.
Ooh, natural one.
Oh my god.
With a 15, you guys don't even really have to get close to the speakeasy before you see Hex.
Oh, great.
Um, she's on the roof of the dorm building, drawing the biggest teddy bear face on the side of the dorms with the glow in the dark substance that she's found.
Immediately takes out Rock. Hi, we found her. She's painting teddy bears on a building. So I think she's fine.
Oh, okay.
As you're watching, she spells out Xanth, Honey Bear, where are you?
We'll make sure
God.
to relay
Um,
that message. And be like,
yeah, I think
are we
go.
calling you Honey Bear from now on? Because that's pretty cute.
What? Please don't. What are you talking about?
Well, I think that's what she's gonna call you from now on.
On further inspection, the teddy bear that is drawn on the side of the dorm buildings has the little like hair streak very reminiscent of Xanth
Are you
in changeling form.
are you sure she's not your girlfriend?
Does she know she's not your girlfriend?
I mean, what are you talking? What's happening?
She wants to know where you are.
We'll minor illusion it for you later.
Okay, what? Okay, just okay.
Beneath what's scrawled out while you're watching, she runs out of space and then tries to start writing upside down on like the next tier of roof down. Trying to write, are you even alive?
Oh.
Either you got message.
Okay, yeah. Yes, I was just gonna say, I think if we're close enough to message, I would message her and be like, "Hi, please don't be alarmed. I'm Xanth's friend. I'm on the ground." But like puts up hand like when you're on the phone and you're trying to get somebody to look at you.
You hear, oh shit! And the hex on the roof kind of jolts upright, looking around, and you can like clearly see because all of her motions are very exaggerated until she stops and apparently spots you and just starts pointing and yelling and waving.
Hey, hello. Waves back.
You
Casts
guys,
message
someone
again.
up here!
How do we get Oh, well,
Take us up there.
are you sure last time that you carried me I got your tail messed up? I'm so
No,
sorry. Is your tail
this'll be
okay? Does it
different.
feel all right?
This will be different. Just
Okay,
let it happen.
okay.
Okay.
Sorry. Yes, all right. Yes, okay. We're message. We're coming.
And then Vortex Warp. First Yulie, then myself.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you are on the top of the roof, where you see that Hex has actually set out several little lamps with this glow in the dark stuff and is apparently having a drunken picnic.
oh, that's very cute.
So do you guys know what happened with Xanth? Because I swear that he was like, right with me? Right with me, and then was not right with me. You fucking know?
Yes. For what it's worth, he was really worried about you. But we have another friend who's kind of going through a lot. So we said that we would
Oh,
come and make sure that
shit.
you were okay. Are you okay? I
Oh yeah,
assume.
no. Fuck. I'm fine. I'm grand. I'm great. Can I help? Like,
Yeah,
Um,
is there anything
Z-
that I can do?
I think Xanth is just having a very, very stressful night, and I really think that he would love it if you know, went and talked to him.
I'm
You
glad
know.
that that's how you finish that sentence because sometimes that shit gets sketchy.
Oh,
Um.
oh my, oh! Yenna just starts turning really very purple, and it's like, absolutely not. No. Oh,
Aw,
ew.
you good peoples, and she smacks your shoulder.
Ow.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm weak. You really shouldn't be saying ow at that. Like,
It,
I'm so sorry.
Oh
you've
my
got the
god.
nails, which I love, by the way. The nails are really good.
Oh, thank you. I sharpen them very often.
Cool.
I love her so much.
Yenna, not very quietly at all, just turns to Yulie. Is like, Sam, that's excellent taste.
I know. She's so cute. Also,
Yes.
not making an effort to be quiet.
Why, thank you. I try. I mean, my sister says that I'm naturally beautiful, but I try a lot.
I
It,
mean,
so he's okay, and like, I should
He's
maybe
he,
go chat to. He's a
yeah.
yes,
cutie.
he's okay.
So,
He was just really worried about you because of everything that was going on. So
well,
he's
yeah, no shit. But like the
yeah.
moment that there were fucking snakes in the room, I got the fuck out of there, and he didn't follow me.
Yeah. Well, I
He's
mean,
not the smartest bulb in the light chandelier, you
uh
know?
he
Yeah.
just he really he wants to make sure that his friends are okay, and he cares about people a lot. And
Uh-huh.
I think, you know,
I mean, I get it, but this caring about people and then this being real dumb.
You can be both though, and like I think he is real dumb, but he also like in the middle of everything was still really like worried about you, and like
This is
he was
incredibly
so
sweet
torn.
and gives him at least 10 points in his favor, which is good because Jinx is pissed.
Oh,
how many points is he currently like working with?
Oh, about minus 35.
Oh, okay. Great.
Yeah,
Maybe
okay.
don't include that part. I'll keep that one in my brain.
great. Um, so like, were you guys just looking for? Was that all that you were doing? Did he just send you out looking for me?
I mean, yeah, we didn't mind though.
Oh, you are so sweet, and you're instantly being hugged.
Oh,
Oh,
Is
hugs
this okay? I'm
back.
sorry. I should
Of
have
course.
asked.
Yeah,
I'm very
yeah,
huggy.
yeah.
Jana has
She
like
hugs
gone
tighter.
completely stiff and like, oh god, someone is touching me.
You're
So,
very sweet. Thank you.
well, that's interesting. Anyways, yeah, no, he just wanted to make sure you were okay, and he apparently trusted us to do that. So, you know, we're really good friends with Zan.
I mean, fucking apparently. I have nothing but good things to say about your boy.
That's good.
He takes fucking left turns and right turns like a champ. I should know. I put him through it a bit tonight. He was good.
I will make sure he knows that you approve.
Yeah, he was willing to go break into shit, steal shit with me. Of course I approve. I maybe shouldn't have told you that. Please forget I said that. It depends
You'd
how like into rules you guys are.
you'd be surprised. It's fine. Do you want to come back with us, or do you need to talk to your sister, or I'm not sure what your situation is right now.
Yeah, is it more of a ask permission or ask for forgiveness sort of situation?
One second. And Hex just kind of scuttles over to the side of the roof and yells down, Jinx! And Jinx yells up, yeah? And Hex yells down, I'm going out! And Jinx yells up, no, you're not! And Hex is already like, I'm good. And starts heading off towards your guys'
Uh,
storms.
Are you? Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, things are great. Things are great. It's fine.
glad I don't have siblings. This seems annoying.
You can still hear Jinx like swearing, like, come back, you little shit, what do you think you're doing? It's past your curfew. Like, it's just continuing, and Hex is just ignoring it.
Can I
Perfect.
wander up to the edge of the roof wherever Hex went to go yell at her sister and peek over and see if I see Jinx?
Do you want to do it stealthy, or do you just want to look over the edge?
I'm not particularly trying to stealth.
Okay, if you just look over the edge, then yeah, you can see Jinx is like half climbed out of the window at this point, yelling up.
Yeah. Hey, Tink sends his regards. I'm just gonna I have
Oh, that little motherfucker.
How
I'll
dare
have
you?
pulled how many joints were there? Tink.
How dare you? I love it. Oh. My boy's gonna be in such shit. I love this for him.
I just feel like Tink has avoided giving Yenna the drugs for so long.
She's taking it out on him like this,
Yes.
socially.
How many joints are there?
Amazing.
I mean, definitely name an amount.
More than 5?
Sure.
Okay, she's going to make sure there are 4 in there. 1 is in her pocket.
Perfect.
And then she's just gonna and she just drops it down and casts Featherfall on it.
Sugar, I swear to hell, if you have been sent here by Tink, you better get your ass down here. And
I have not been
Jinx
sent by
reaches up
Tink.
and grabs the. You've not been sent by Tink, and you're sending this down?
I stole it from him. Bye. And is gonna try to not get grabbed.
You see Hex is watching you from the edge of the roof and is like, bold move. Bold move. You should run. And jumps over the edge.
Looks at Yenna. Are we running?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Runs. Runs,
Running.
realizes she's on a roof.
Stops runs.
Stops running.
Yeah, honestly, could probably just cast Featherfall on the girls as they jump off the roof.
Go for it.
Cool.
And as you hit the ground, do you want to hit the ground running? Where are you guys going from here?
I think if given the opportunity, just because I want Yenna to do something kind of cool for once instead of just being
Yeah.
a little monster, is gonna run with the girls, having grabbed both their hands, and then it's just trust me, and then cast Featherfall on them so they all jump off towards wherever, back to the dorms.
Gosh. You guys need to
Ah.
hang out more often. This is so fucking good.
Yenna used to do pranks. Then she had to go to school.
Crime girls. Crime girls. Crime girls.
Yeah.
You seem
You
like
can
such
spin
nice
off this
girls.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Hellions.
Yeah,
We're
that's
all
just
pieces of
the
shit, and I
girls.
love it.
Yeah, Yenna learned how to vortex warp by eating her parents fine china.
It's true.
Amazing. I love backstory lore for reasons why people have spells. It's my favorite.
Yeah. She's just a menace. All of her spells are destructive.
Good.
As you guys make your way back towards the dorms, you see that Hex is still tagging as she goes, but has held the door open for you in case you were following.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, across campus, in the Great Hall, Tink, you enter to a room that has been completely torn asunder. It has been pulled pillar to post. The tables that have been set up in this room have been deconstructed. There is one single table left that has just been filled with all the leftovers that several people in military uniforms are picking over currently, including one person who is definitely in a military cleric's uniform. And you see that Calriel is standing upon the makeshift stage, pacing backwards and forwards as he gives out orders to about 5 soldiers that are in front of him.
Cool. Tink will take a quick stop at the food table.
Oh my God.
And just kind of like walk up to where his brother's talking, but not really like make an effort to make himself known until the orders have been doled out. He's not here to make
As
more of
you
a problem.
as you walk past the food table, I would like you to roll perception.
It's a 19.
The person who is in the military cleric uniform is Belial.
Huh.
Ugh.
In previous loops, as you have known him from the very first moment you met, Belial has not touched the military at all. Apparently, this is another thing that is different in this timeline that you've stepped into. And instead of being a healer at the hospital and wearing a healer's robes, Belial seems to have dedicated his life to military work. Apparently, under your brother.
Under my brother, who he has told me he had not met. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I think Tink will kind of, if he seems like he's like not in the middle of something, Tink will kind of give him a little like before he heads over.
The moment that you do that, it takes a second for Belial to see it, and you do, and he freezes. I would like you to roll insight.
So glad
Bet
that was
you
a good
better,
roll.
like-
So it's an 18.
His entire face has gone pale, and he looks very shocked to see you, and then immediately angry.
What did I do?
Are you staying to say this?
Yeah. Yeah, he's just like, what did I do? Like, why?
He looks at you from the other side of the food table, and immediately starts trying to like shuffle down to the other end away from you. No answer, just trying to shuffle away.
He'll Tink will keep pace for like a few paces, but if it becomes like if it is clear that this is like I am not talking to you right now, he will stop eventually.
The moment that you get within a certain amount of space, Belial just looks at you, and it's a very swift look, just a once up and down, back to what he's doing at the food table, which appears to be testing the food. You really shouldn't be here right now.
I mean, I just figured I should talk to my brother.
You shouldn't be here. You were supposed to be down at the lake, but then you call me and say that you're going to the dormitories, and now you're here. Precisely what is it that we're trying to?
I left you and you didn't reply. I thought maybe you were
Busy?
asleep or busy. Yes. So I didn't want to interrupt you.
You didn't think that it was relevant to say that you were coming back to where you'd just decided to run and put your life in danger, and even though you'd literally just run off to the caverns to do exactly the same thing?
Fine, we can talk about this later.
You see, he takes a big, steadying breath and looks at you in a much kinder manner this time around. Are you staying here tonight, or are you going back to the house?
I mean, I guess it depends on if you want me to come back to the house. It's
Think it's your home. I'm not about to kick you out of it.
listen, it's fine. I don't probably both gonna be out late. Maybe it's better if I just stay here.
Then I suppose that we will talk about this tomorrow.
Yeah.
And he
I'll
just
go talk to him.
Bilal gives a heavy sigh and just leans against the table but doesn't say anything to make you stop.
What? You don't want me here, and now you don't. What?
I don't want you here because you're putting yourself in danger needlessly once more.
Danger of what?
He looks past you towards Cariel and the group of people around Cariel, and then back to you. You know I don't like you around the military things.
It's my brother.
You see his statement wavers at that, and he winces. I suppose I owe you some explanations.
I mean, yeah, I think probably. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
And Tink will kind of like reach across the table and like give his arm like a quick squeeze before he turns around to walk over to her.
Cariel at this point has sent his stooges off into multiple corners of the Great Hall and has started down the steps himself to what is the main part of the room and appears to be looking very intently at the signs of a struggle around the stage.
So, is this a bad time or?
It's a little fucking shit. It's such a little brother, I swear to God.
Roll insight.
My boy is rolling so good on insight. He is so bad at it. 19.
You 100% made this man jump,
Good.
as only siblings can do.
Yes.
And Cariel spins around with a scowl to look at you, immediately pissy about the fact that you are here, and it's just like, all of this goes down, and I can't find you in the aftermath, and here you are. It's like you never left.
Oh, I'm sorry. Like, I've been trying to, put this place fucking back together after you guys disappeared. So, sue me.
Indeed,
I
and
wasn't here.
your work was very much appreciated. It is a merit to your character that you managed to pull together the chaos after this, you and your acquaintances. Don't mistake my worry for you as derision towards your actions. I simply wish that you'd have stayed around long enough for me to know that you were safe. I've had a few too many of my subordinates in the infirmary tonight.
At that, Tink like backs down a little bit and nods. I talked to Hans as soon as I got back. I thought it to come check in.
Indeed, he isn't taking Fury's condition well.
I know.
I must ask, the rest of your group, they're well.
Tink, like, is kind of like looking down, like, that's a loaded question, and goes like, everyone is accounted for. No one is hurt. Yes.
That was not really the answer to my question. Don't think I didn't notice that.
No, I know, but well, I think is a very there's like a lot of things that go into that maybe we don't have time to
Oh,
address right now. So,
indeed, and it's a nebulous question on purpose, but I shall simply be thankful that things are trending positive.
sure.
How
so.
stalwartly you have reassured me, brother.
Oh, I mean, if you want me to tell you everything's fine, then everything's fine. It's fine.
And yet, when you say that, my soul is filled with terror.
This motherfucker.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not necessarily something I can speak about plainly. And he kind of like gives a little like nod, like, if you catch my drift, we're in a room full of people who are probably going to be listening to this conversation.
Indeed. Well, I fear that your professor's offices may not be a very secure meeting place for the foreseeable future. You do have the items that Balthasar bestowed upon you.
Yes. What happened? Should we? He kind of motions like, go somewhere.
You see, he gives the Great Hall a lingering look before waving a hand from side to side in an iffy sort of statement before taking your shoulder and leading you to one of the anterooms. We fear that this may have been something of an inside job. They'd taken down the wards on the building and they shouldn't have had any access to such knowledge. The school's defense system hasn't been triggered at all.
I don't know if Balthasar told you, but that might actually be for the best.
Indeed, he had given me some information that lent itself towards that assumption. However, I am still concerned that not even the wards went off.
Are they're off in a private room at this point?
They are, yes, they are away from the Great Hall.
I'm very tempted for Tink to kind of like be like looking for a corner of the room that like if you walked into the room you wouldn't see it immediately. And just like draw a door. just, you know, it's like maybe we should talk in a place that is actually secure. Yeah.
Indeed.
And when he's done, like, kind of opens the door and, like, gestures for Cal to go before him.
Cal gives the door a very wary but resigned sort of look and steps within.
Okay. And Tink follows him behind and then shuts the door and immediately is just like, so here's the thing. It off the record completely, because this would sound insane, honestly, if you tried to say it to anyone. We don't know what happens before the loop starts. I, he pauses. I don't know if our life is different than the one I remember. Does that make sense?
It does, indeed, and rest assured, your ally Balthazar had told me as much.
Right. So Xanth could have done something. Xanth now didn't do anything. The Xanth we know would never.
I'm afraid that it is certainly leaning that way when we examine the sheer amount of witness statements that place him with the intruders.
I mean, okay, listen, just because his brother is a piece of shit, doesn't necessarily mean he is, you know?
I understand you think me narrow-minded, but I assure you, I do not think that your friend knowingly did anything. As you said, you remember not what happens before your loop resets. The Xanth that existed in this loop prior no longer exists.
Right. Yeah. So it's... We won't be able to tell, no matter what, if Xanth really did have something to do with this, or if it was someone else working from the inside. I mean, several of the teachers are definitely on a list of people not to be trusted. I don't know if Balthazar gave you that list. The last time he gave you that list, you ended up in prison, so maybe he didn't.
Perhaps not, but having a list of people that I should watch what I say around would be a good idea. Perhaps your friends could draw one up for me?
We could figure something out. I mean, yeah.
Is there any pressing information that you need to pass on to me right now?
Oh, I don't have any whole pieces of information. Just a lot of things that happened that don't necessarily make sense. I just out of curiosity, the cleric who's working with you.
Ah, yes, Cleric Altgang.
Have you met him before?
Not until this night, I must say. He was recommended to me by General Wastis.
Okay, yeah, no, that's good, just wondering. No, that's fine.
Should I have him dismissed?
No,
Is
no,
he on your list?
no, no.
Then I must ask why he gives you such pause.
We're, I can tell you later. I can tell you later is the answer.
If he at all makes you awkward, brother, I can have him seen to.
No, please, he's my boyfriend.
Oh,
Just, no,
indeed.
Don't say.
Are you sure I shouldn't have him seen to?
No, what?
He
No.
starts heading towards the door.
No. See, this is why I didn't want to say anything. It's fine. No, it's fine. He's.
It is healthy for a young man to have the fear of the gods put into him at least once in his lifetime.
So good.
No. He's good. He'll do a good job. I said I wanted to introduce you to, and he said he hadn't met you before, and then I saw him here, and then I was just wondering, and I figured it would be way easier to ask you. Please don't say anything.
You realize the very impossible task that you've just given me, yes?
To be fair, this is just good training for how you're going to have to operate moving forward. Presuming that there will be another loop, because let's be real, things aren't going great right now. You'll have to get used to it. He gives like a two hands in the air like shrug, like I'm doing you a favor.
Calriel's two hands kind of just land on your shoulder, and he gives you a very stern look, going, "And you're sure you don't want me to get rid of him?
No,
He treats you well?"
he deserves the.
He gives you a very suspicious, little narrow-eyed look, like he doesn't quite believe you, and he's trying to suss out whether or not you're lying. But it's been a few years since Calriel has known you to, like, lie about having stolen sweets around the house, and he's trying to compare the look on your face to that look.
Tink has never looked more genuine in his life.
Then he shall join me for dinner 2 nights hence. Both of you shall.
Okay, yeah, no, you know what? That's probably Let me tell him. Let me tell him.
Indeed, please do. I will expect you at 7 sharp.
Where?
My home? Oh, you see he holds a hand to his face and is just like, of course, you wouldn't know this, because you also don't remember anything from prior to the loop.
Yes. Yep.
I presently have taken over a house in the Winter Quarter. It is not far from campus, and I shall have dinner set for all of us.
Okay. Okay. Good. Good. No. Good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And
this
you
is doable.
shall warn the boy that if I do not find him well for you, I shall see him out the door myself.
I mean that was already the fear. Yes.
Well, I got him the
Wonderful.
DM threats
Keep
themselves.
that going.
What?
I like it when the DM threats themselves.
Setting up an RP where you have to talk to yourself.
I know
Ballsy
you're
moves, yeah.
literally setting up the RP to have to talk to yourself.
It was gonna have to happen at some point. I may as well do it willingly, right?
This is the DM being like, listen, I'm planning this now so that you can't fucking back out, and so we can just do this conversation. Cool. Right. I guess the one piece of pressing information is we do. This is gonna sound really weird, and I don't want you to freak out. We do have access to the basilisks.
Always a sterling start. Oh, wonderful. That's not quite what I was expecting you to say. Are you telling me that you have the basilisks hidden away? The very creatures that caused such upheaval this evening.
To be fair, they seem nice.
This doesn't inure me to your taste in men.
Okay, wow.
If you think basilisks are nice.
They first of all, Tink's just like stuttering at this point. He's got nothing.
Cal's being racist against basilisks.
Cal's being very rude right now. Listen, they're in one of these, and he like gestures to the room around them.
Ah, yes, the magical constructs that I don't quite trust.
And why not?
Cal gives you a very long look before just sighing and heading for the door. I do believe that it is well past your bedtime, brother.
I'm not a child. I decide when I go to bed.
You have classes tomorrow.
Yeah, with Balthazar, who is both in on this and in the infirmary.
Roll insight.
16.
He does not look very happy at being reminded of this fact.
So I was if it's any consolation, he ends up in the infirmary a lot.
He looks less happy at this new information.
It always turns out fine since we've known him.
Even less faith is on this man's face right now.
Just
I
like
really
telling
do
him that
think
his
that you should head to
boyfriend's
bed.
getting in
with her.
trouble all the time.
Listen, if you're so worried about him, you should just go check on him yourself.
Unfortunately, one of us has an actual job, and he definitely yanks open the door and tries to shuffle you out the room at this point. You are going to bed if I have to march you there myself, young man.
I'll go to bed.
Don't sound so hard done to. At least you've got a bed to go back to. Go on.
Thank you again for.
I'll
This-
send your man along to you once he's finished his work, shall I?
No. We've already talked. He's going home. And I'm gonna stay here. And I shouldn't have said home. And I'm gonna go.
Home as in
Oh, I'm going to bed. No, I'm going to bed. So nope. See, and he takes the key out of the door and scuffs the chalk so it's not on the wall anymore. He's like, yeah, no, I'm
Del
going to bed.
Goldpedal.
I'm going to bed.
Del. And he's trying to jog after you.
I can't hear you with how fast I'm going to bed right now. I don't know what you're talking about.
And with Tink doing the fastest runner known to man, we are going to take a very short break and be back shortly. Get on up, stretch, hydrate, get a snack. We'll be back soon.
See you soon.
Snacks.